It's Caribbean tea, Caribbean E and Tina.
Caribbean tea. I like that. What do you guys think? Should we go with that?
Welcome to the channel. Hope everybody's having a good day and you guys are safe and life is good to you right now in the midst of all what's happening.
Craziness.
And this craziness in this world right now.
COVID-19.
So, today we want to update you and give you how the coronavirus is affecting the Dominican Republic.
Yep. A lot of people have been reaching out and saying, Caribbean E, are you alive? Caribbean E, are you good? Are you all right?
I'm good. I'm alive. We're alive.
Yes.
And well.
Yes. But it is very serious, although we're making light of it. And health is very important. So please stay healthy. Take your vitamins. Do all the things naturally and through pills. I just finished telling my daughter all the turmeric and garlic and everything else to take. But make sure you're staying healthy. You're doing what the CDC has required in wherever you're living, which is to keep that social distancing 5 feet or more, isn't it?
5 feet or more.
And to make sure that you're not congregating and stay home. Nothing is worth you getting sick or worse, you passing it to someone who could possibly die because they are in a higher risk.
Right, absolutely.
Age-wise or health-wise.
Yes, sir.
So,
yes,
back
sir.
to the Dominican Republic. So, here's the deal. We had elections yesterday.
Right.
And a lot of people say, a lot of the locals were saying, a lot of the Dominicans, that they were waiting to release how many people had been affected because their primary focus seemed to be on the elections. Well, elections are done. They were done last night.
Right.
We still have our same mayor.
Same
Shout
mayor.
out to the mayor of
Shout
Santiago.
out to the mayor doing an excellent job.
Yes.
Beautiful job.
Yes,
Thank you.
he got
Thank
reelected. Woo! So we got able from one more round. But the president did have a conference and has confirmed that there are 11 cases. And stay healthy for your pets because pets can get sick too. But they have 11 confirmed cases in the DR. Now, to me, that's a drop in the bucket compared to what people are going through in their own city.
Right.
They're all 11 cases are in Santo Domingo, and they were all foreigners. So that's that. So since then, they have canceled, I'm just checking my notes so I say this correctly, 166 arrival and departure flights just through the Santo Domingo airport has been grounded. They are not going in or out. So the president has yet to put an entire ban, but we heard it's a coming because the Dominican people have said, look, it's a matter of safety now. It's not here, like in great numbers. We don't want to be another Spain, another Italy. We don't need to be an epicenter because, again, there are a lot of foreigners that come through here. Yeah. He has completely closed all docks. Meaning no ships, no cruise ships, no boats, no nothing coming in to the Dominican Republic. No one is allowed to dock. So basically that's all done.
And also here, a friend of mine's crossing borders, Andre and Andrea, they closed the borders in Colombia. In and out. The borders are now closed in Colombia.
And in Colombia, they're saying they have in the 30s. That's what we heard.
Yeah, 30-something.
So we're still really low. I also read an article this morning that Puerto Rico has like 100 plus. So they're not into the 200s or 150. I think it was like 110, 119 or something like that. But still, they had enough. And it was because of a cruise ship. And I think that's why the president here was like, no ships are going to dock here. Which I don't blame them. Honestly, I hate to say it, but I don't blame them. So it is what it is. So, I mean, I know the next question is going to be, oh my gosh, I have a trip that I'm supposed to come to the DR, and I'm supposed to be coming in March or April. And I'm not coming to Santo Domingo. I'm going to go to Puerto Plata. I'm going to come here. I'm going to come there. Listen, the flights and the airplane companies are being very gracious right now. I would say take advantage of what you can and don't do it. We literally are listed as a level 3 advisory, meaning that they really want you to reconsider travel. Because when you come in here, they are screening. And if you screen hot,
Right.
They put you right back on the plane and send you right back to where you came from. That's what they said they're doing. So
Wow.
I'm just saying.
Wow.
Since it was elections yesterday, so the law here is way different than in the U.S. The law here is when there is an election day, I think it's like midnight or however many hours before the day starts, you can't serve alcohol. And then the day of election, there's no alcohol allowed to be served. So since that was a day where a lot of places would have had to close business anyway, they took that day to clean. So if anybody like follows any businesses on Instagram, stores like Supermercado Nacional, Price Smart, everyone was closing an hour or so early, and then they were using all that time to try to really clean. And I'll tell you, we just came back from Price Smart.
Just came back.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And we're gonna attach a video of what the meat situation looked like and what the store looked like. It's a little bit more busy than I would say it normally is for today's a Monday.
Right, absolutely. We've seen people with groceries and their carts were full like our carts were.
Yeah, which normally, unless you're buying for like a store or a restaurant, they're not normally, they buy light. They don't really buy a lot. I mean, yeah, they have their times that they're stocking up, but this kind of seemed like they were buying a little bit more than normal. But there wasn't great crowds, no one was pushing, no one was rude. It seemed like the only thing that they were really out of was cleaning products.
And chicken.
And meat.
And meat.
Yeah, meat, period. Like, and the only thing that they had a lot of was, of course, the expensive meat.
Yeah. So we got a couple steaks.
They had lobster, they had shrimp. I mean, the stuff that normally people are not buying. This is kind of what they had left. But yeah, like basically, I mean, really, that's all there is out here right now. I mean, it is. Everybody needs to be healthy. Oh, the kids.
Yeah, kids in Vegas.
The children here.
Oh, so
Vegas. What are you talking about?
Okay, I'm taking my Vegas right now.
It started off crazy. I don't know. But the kids out here are out of school for this week. And then they said then they will play it by ear. Because again, it's not like we have a huge outbreak. And I think they needed those few days to really disinfect and wanted to go in and make sure that they cleaned the schools really well. So they took the time they think they're going to need. But we have a friend, the organization, the orphanage, that we know the wife, and she actually works for the school system.
Right.
And she said they gave her they told her 3 to 5 days and then let you know after that. So that is coming straight from a teacher out here in Santiago. I don't know what they're doing in Santo Domingo because, like I said, that is where all the cases are. So they did ground all the flights there. But I'm just saying here in Santiago this week, the kids are not in school. They're using that time to clean for the health of the people. And like I said, the people are speaking and they want the borders closed.
Right.
They are really upset. Like you talk to somebody and they're like, I cannot believe that the border is still open. We don't want the foreigners over here spreading, potential disease, which I agree 100% living here because I didn't go. We had a trip planned.
Right.
And we were supposed to go to California
Right.
just in like a couple weeks. And we canceled that because I said I could not live with myself had we gone out there.
Right.
And not that we couldn't get better because even though we're up in age, I don't think we're really at high risk because there's no underlying medical conditions between two of us.
Right.
But that doesn't stop me from bringing something and then infecting someone. I would never want to do that. So we canceled our trips.
And plus trying to get back, we don't want to get there and get stuck that we can't get back to Dominican. That's important also.
That too.
That's top of the list. You get
And
back,
that.
you get back coming out of Miami. You know how you guys do it. Coming out of Miami or coming out of New York or Atlanta, trying to get back out here, and they tell you there's no flights coming to the Dominican Republic, and you staying out here like us, you get stuck. You're in trouble, and you don't know how long they're gonna lift that ban. They got a lot of bans going on now in different countries. People, they're stopping people.
And all the countries now are saying we're stopping everybody from coming in because they just want to put a cap on it. I think there is a lot of crazy hype, and I do believe it's something that if caught, you can recover and all this and that. But the deal is you really can't control it or contain it if you're allowing people to go back and forth and move like they want to move. There is, I believe, a time when, I don't want to say martial law, but when the law officials need to step in and say, all right, let's cool out for like, you know, a few weeks or a month, and let this die down, and then we'll relook at how many foreigners we want in here.
Right.
And that's just for the safety and the health, and I totally respect the Dominican government for doing that, because quite honestly, I would have done it a long time ago. They look, I ain't in charge. I would have done it. I'd have been done it.
But so far, life is normal here.
Yes.
The restaurants are still open. The food courts are still open. Everybody's eating.
Yep.
Everybody's walking close to one another. People are still shaking hands. They're not freaked out. They're not in panic mode. Everybody's just doing life like they normally do.
But
here
they're
in
doing
Dominican
good,
Republic.
because when you went to PriceSmart, what did the lady do before you got the cart?
Okay, now if you're going to PriceSmart, they're taking sanitizers and wiping your cart down for you before you go inside.
And when you went into the Uber, what did the lady do for you?
She gave me some anti-bac and some tissues, wiped my hands. I really appreciate that.
Yes.
And she's one of the few Uber drivers that actually did that.
So, I mean, they are, just like the U.S., everyone is aware. Nobody has blinders on. We all know what's going on everywhere. And bravo that they have done such a good job of containment to this date. Because we have kids, like you guys know, then they all live in Vegas. Two of the kids live together. Another one lives not far from him, his brother and sister.
Right.
And he has a roommate. His roommate is Dominican. And, like they keep telling us, we found out today that they are shutting down all MGM and Wynn properties. Yes, you heard that right. That is literally a third of the Strip in Las Vegas. And if you guys have been to Vegas, you know what I mean when I say the Strip. It means Las Vegas Boulevard, all the casinos, hotels, etc. Everything owned by MGM is getting shut down. People have already been put on unemployment because they first started with the buffets, then they went to the clubs, then they closed the restaurants, and now the casinos are saying, you know what? No reason for us to stay open. Everyone's canceling anyway, and they're shutting down. We hear that already Caesars was on the brink way before this to filing bankruptcy. They now are officially filing bankruptcy. Our son works at Four Seasons. He has been put on unemployment until, what did he say, I think May 1st. Then they're going to revisit that because they have less than 15% occupancy and people are constantly canceling. And his roommate, Julie, she is an executive for Cosmopolitan, and they're working her like a dog because that's what she does, room reservations. So they are working her to death because all she is getting is cancellation after cancellation after cancellation. Our other son sells automobiles. He works for a car dealership in Vegas. The car dealership told them all within a week they will all be put on laid off. So he will be joining the ranks of the unemployed in Las Vegas. And our daughter works for a law firm, and today they were going to discuss working remotely, working via Skype, and keeping absolutely nobody in that law office. They don't want even clients to come in. They want everybody to be able to be safe and be healthy and be at their home but still be in contact with their lawyers. So, I mean, that's huge.
That's huge.
I've never heard of clubs and restaurants and everything being shut down. It's literally like the Strip is black is what they call it on the days where they close everything. And there's only been like, one occasion that the Strip went black, and that was after the shooting at Mandalay Bay. And that was literally only for like an hour or two. That's it. So this is huge.
But this is huge. So you guys seeing things change all around you. Even some of you guys, whatever cities you're in or whatever country you're in, you'll see some things that are happening, some things that are changing. As you all be patient. I'll make sure that you have the emergency stuff that you need, the first aid kits, all that kind of stuff at your house. And watching you come in contact with, you know, sometimes you just gotta do the fist bump or just do the elbow thing to keep.
Is it? It's like this.
Yeah, it's like this is the new DAC now.
And if you guys have, I mean, like my kids, and you have extra time, you have an automobile, and you know. If you know an elderly person or a person in the high risk area, meaning previous illnesses that, you know, they cannot go out and possibly buy things for themselves, do the neighborly thing and see if they need you to get them something. Because
Right.
my kids said these stores are vicious. Like in Vegas, they're out of so much, and there's so many people. Like my daughter was like, "Mom, I literally had anxiety. Like I couldn't even take it."
Yeah, and a lot of people right now, they're in a panic mode. They act like this is the apocalypse and zombies just gonna come up out the ground and start taking everybody away. No, it's not that. It's just that the
Exactly.
CDC has issued this emergency
To contain it.
to contain it
Put a lid on
and
it.
put a lid on it so it can die out and go back to where it came from. We all know where it came from. Sometimes things can happen in one country and it can affect the whole wide world.
Well, that's what travel. That's because of travel. I mean,
Because of travel and tourism.
yeah.
Tourism gonna take a hit. Everybody's gonna take a hit. The restaurants in Vegas gonna take a hit. The restaurants in Detroit, Chicago gonna take a hit.
Yep.
Everybody's gonna take a hit. Okay, until this thing is kind of put it in the can, and until this thing goes away. And I think something similar to that happened when the Ebola thing came out. They were trying to make sure that everybody, make sure everybody was safe.
Yeah.
And that was another thing. So we just wanted to update you guys
And what's happening here?
on what's happening here in the Dominican Republic. We're safe, we're sound, we did our food shopping, we're laying low,
Yep.
wait till the storm comes to an end.
Kind of like, remember when the hurricanes, we thought the hurricanes were coming in. We went, literally, we did the same thing. We didn't go crazy shopping. We bought what we thought we might need for a
Right.
few weeks in case there was floods or water or anything. And that's exactly what we did today. I didn't go crazy. We bought exactly what we wanted and needed. I mean, minus a couple of meat products because they were out of a lot of meat. So, I mean, other than that,
Yeah, but the food store is still open here, so
Yeah.
kind of happy about that. Hopefully they keep continuing to get restocked. We'll be good until all this is over. So just wanted to update you guys. Remember, like we always say on the channel, in the meantime, routine time, life is to be enjoyed. Take care of yourself.
yes.
Continue to subscribe to the channel, subscription, notification, and we'll see you on the next video. Peace and stay safe.
Be healthy.
Ciao.